If you have ever plugged a scanner into a Volkswagen Group car and suddenly saw MQB48, MQB49, 5C, or 5D on the screen and thought, wait, what exactly am I dealing with here? You're not alone. One wrong assumption in these systems can turn a simple add key job into a very expensive learning experience. Today we are breaking down the real-world difference between MQB48, MQB49 5C, and 5D, what they actually mean in the workshop, and why some cars feel cooperative while others act like they're guarding a state secret. Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Hussein, and welcome back to Baabji Motors, your go-to place for automobile diagnostics, programming tools, and real-world workshop knowledge. Before we go deep, do me a quick favor and hit like and subscribe right now if you work on VAG vehicles or want to avoid costly mistakes in key programming. It helps the channel grow and keeps these detailed breakdowns coming. Now here's something most people don't realize. Two cars can look identical on the outside, same model, same year range, same body, but one will accept an aftermarket key in minutes while the other sends you straight to the dealer. That difference usually comes down to which MQB, Immobilizer generation, and cluster type you're dealing with. We'll unpack that in detail today. Quick disclaimer before we continue. This video is strictly for educational and informational purposes. Everything discussed here is meant to help technicians, learners, and automotive enthusiasts understand systems better. Any brand names belong to their respective owners, and you should always follow manufacturer procedures and local laws when working on vehicles. Also, if you are curious about the diagnostic and key programming tools I use in real workshops, you will find them linked in the description. Those are affiliate links, and using them supports Baabji Motors at no extra cost to you. So let's answer the big question. What is the actual difference between VAG MQB48, MQB49 5C, and 5D? First, MQB48. This is the older generation MQB Immobilizer system that dominated Volkswagen Group vehicles from roughly the mid-2010 decade up to just before 2020. These systems are built around locked NEC35 series microcontrollers. In practical workshop terms, this is the most technician-friendly MQB system ever made. With the correct adapters and tools, you can add keys easily, and even all keys loss situations are possible as long as you extract and synchronize the immobilizer data correctly. This system is commonly found in vehicles like Golf 7, Tiguan first-generation MQB, Skoda Octavia 3, and Audi A3 from the pre-2020 era. If MQB48 were a customer, it would complain a little, but still pay the bill on time. Next comes MQB49. This is where things start getting serious. MQB49 arrived around late 2019 and uses newer RH850 or R7F processors with much stronger encryption. The security level jumped significantly. In most real-world cases, adding a key is still possible if you already have at least one working key. However, it often requires online calculations, active licenses, or paid server access depending on the tool. All keys loss situations are where the door mostly closes. In many markets, full AKL on MQB49 remains dealer-only using ODIS with online authorization. You will typically see MQB49 on newer Polo, T-Roc, and facelift models from around 2020 onward. Now let's talk about 5C, because this one confuses a lot of technicians. 5C is not a separate immobilizer generation. It is the dashboard or instrument cluster type that corresponds to MQB49 level security. When you read the cluster and see 5C, you are essentially dealing with MQB49 underneath. That's why you often hear people say MQB49/5C together. Programming difficulty, rules, and limitations are nearly the same. 5C clusters became very common during mid-cycle refreshes from around 2020, especially on compact and mid-size cars and SUVs like Tiguan facelift, Polo facelift, and T-Roc. And now we reach 5D, the boss level. 5D is the newest dashboard and immobilizer evolution currently found on the latest VAG platforms. Security here is the highest we have seen so far. These systems are used on vehicles like Golf 8, especially post-facelift builds, and newer high-end Audi and Volkswagen models. In most regions, adding or generating keys requires original OEM keys and dealer-level access through ODIS. Aftermarket support is extremely limited, especially for all keys loss scenarios. As of now, full AKL with aftermarket tools is not realistically available. There are also important hardware differences. 5D keys use a different PCB design and include an additional acceleration or motion sensor used for advanced keyless security features. These keys are not interchangeable with 5C keys. You may also notice different coil colors inside the key, with white coils generally indicating newer production runs compared to black coils. One important correction I want to make clear. While some tools can perform limited functions like mileage correction on certain 5D clusters, full key programming is still not widely supported in real-world aftermarket conditions. If someone tells you 5D is fully supported for AKL everywhere, double-check before you promise anything to a customer. So let's simplify everything in plain workshop language. MQB48 is older and relatively easy, with strong aftermarket support for both add key and all keys lost when done correctly. MQB49 is newer and harder, usually limited to add key with an existing working key. 5C is simply the dashboard label for MQB49 level security. 5D is the newest and toughest system, with dealer-only solutions in most cases. Now here's the big question I asked earlier. Why do two similar-looking VAG cars behave completely differently during key programming? The answer is simple. The Immobilizer generation and cluster type decide everything, not the model name or trim. My personal take, VAG security is moving fast, and while it protects customers, it also means technicians must diagnose before they promise. Reading the cluster and identifying MQB48, MQB49, 5C, or 5D should be step one on every job. Quick fun fact before we wrap up. Many failed MQB key jobs happen not because the tool is wrong, but because the technician assumed the system generation without checking the cluster first. If this breakdown helped you, I really want to hear your experience. Drop a comment and tell me which MQB system gave you the hardest time. And now, from the heart, if you support Baabji Motors and want this channel to become #1 for real diagnostic knowledge, please smash that like button, comment, hype this video, and share it with your workshop friends. Let's push this one to 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you really want to support the channel, consider joining the membership or using the affiliate links in the description. Your support helps us keep this content real, detailed, and honest. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And I know my loyal subscribers will definitely show the love. Until next time, keep learning, keep upgrading your skills, and happy diagnosing.